In this film, I will show the move block and the possibility to have an enable input to the blocks. Now I will continue my list of blocks and function blocks. We've seen that we have Boolean operators, logic blocks. We have visited the set reset latches, the timers. We also have blocks for calculation, add, sub, mul, div, mod, for plus, minus, multiplication, division, and modulus. And we can compare two values to each other. They can either be equal, greater than or equal, less than or equal, less than, and not equal. And those are the names of the blocks making those comparisons. Now I will add some blocks to the list. I will add the move block that we can use for assigning a value to a variable. And in a coming film, I will show triggers. We also have blocks for type conversion. If we have a variable of a certain type, bool for example, we can convert that to an integer, an int, by using the type conversion block bool to int. And we can do that for all data types we have. And we have the possibility for enable. We can enable blocks, and we can do that for any block, but most often for the calculation blocks, maybe for comparison, and very often for the assignment block move. I will show the move block and how to use the enable input for that. And in the next film, I will show some examples of both the move block and another block with the enable input. We start with the move block. In its simplest form, it looks like this, and it's an assignment. The value of the variable a is assigned to the variable y on the output when the block is executed. In most cases, we can just remove the block and have a simple line here where a is assigned to y. The move block becomes much more interesting if we are using the enable input. Then it looks like this. Then we can assign the value of a to the variable y only if b is true. This block is executed only if the input on the enable input is true. Otherwise, it doesn't do anything. If we study the block, we can see that it also has the output E and O. The E and O output doesn't need to be connected to anything. It's simply mirroring what is happening on the enable input. That allows us to connect more blocks reacting on the same input signal after each other. We can use the enable input to basically any block. Often we use it on the add block. We can also use it on the blocks for comparison. But I advise you to think twice before using a block with an enable input, because they can make the code more complex if they are used when not needed. I will show that in an example in the next film.